You're not fair, just ask me. Mhm. Okay, so I am here today to have a pretty simple conversation. Shout out to the SVG because I had that whole conversation with them today. In truth, Epstein files got released, right? Everybody's having a field day with it. Here's where my issue comes in, right? Just because your name is listed does not mean you engaged in nefarious conduct. I believe that statement to be fundamental truth. Now, on the other side of that, just let's talk about Pusha T. As shout out to Sharon Bracey. As Sharon Bracey said, Pusha Teens. Because based on DOJ documents, Pusha T was bringing underage girls to Epstein by drugging them. Specifically, there was one girl who apparently got drugged 7 different times and transported to Epstein's Island 7 different times, or Epstein's Manor in Fort Worth or Florida or whatever. And somehow, I don't know, I don't get it. I don't get how it's a thing. Pause 1 second. All right. So back to where I was coming from. I think the issue becomes people are so busy talking about the Epstein files and just trying to shun everybody that's on them. We don't even get to see the fact of what's really happening. Jeffrey Epstein was, in fact, a business mogul. We can't deny that. But in that same breath, there are people who knew him for nefarious reasons. That's why I don't mind having a conversation where we can argue about it, because I'm fine with that. But let's let's keep it above. Just because you knew Jeffrey Epstein doesn't mean you diddled kids. I'm just saying. Like, I understand the man was a monster. I understand people knew he was a monster. But at the end of the day, people still did business with this man because he was also good at doing business. Sorry. There's 108 people watching this. Y'all are in the clouds. The link should be at the bottom. I posted the link again because I'm fine with arguing anybody about this case. Like, I really am. And I don't care about who you are or how you feel. If you want to come argue, come argue. I'm fine with that. A lot of people are super excited about the Epstein files. Great. I don't really care about them either way because prior to the files being released, people should have been arrested. The fact that people are not being arrested is indicative of the issue that I see. I'm sorry, because that shit's weird. It doesn't even make any sense. I don't know if this is just a good time to be online, if that's why it's a thing. But if so, thank y'all for at least stopping in, I guess. Uh, okay, so I got a text. So, no, I do not believe people who committed crimes against children should be prosecuted. No, sorry, should be able to be let go. I think they should be prosecuted, in fact. If we have credible evidence, including being in the same room as these crimes were going on, you need to get smoked. Smoke your boots. I'm sorry. They need to get you because no, that's not okay. Uh, Pusha T, Pusha Teens. Yeah, we can say, oh, he didn't know, blah blah blah. No, that man is implicated in a DOJ specific statement about drugging somebody and bringing them to Epstein. Not just one, multiple. Like, let's be real about it. Like, if we're gonna keep it a buck, then Beyonce lost 30 million followers in 24 hours. That is fucking wild. That is wild. Jay-Z went from 3 million to 1 million, which, subjectively speaking, uh, Jay-Z only having 3 million followers is super weird to me. Because the man's been on his grind damn near 30 years. But neither here nor there. So that brings my points up, right? With Jay-Z, we got Aaliyah, we got Rihanna, we got Foxy Brown, we got, like, Jay-Z's got a history of kind of doing sketchy shit. So Jay-Z's name popping up in the Epstein files? Not surprised. Not surprised. So again, in understanding that his name got popped up, yeah, you can see that. I don't understand the culpability of some of the other people who were just having conversations. Like Whoopi Goldberg's name is in the Epstein files. I would have loved to see the View today. Whoopi Goldberg should be losing her shit because she's been talking about these Epstein files for years. Come to find out, her name's in them too. That is wild. Again, that doesn't mean that she committed sex crimes against minors. I'm not saying she did, but we talk about the Epstein files and her name's in them. That's funny. Now, on a more serious note, so we understand that shit happens, right? Shit happens when you're party naked. If we were to believe that anybody who even associated with Epstein should be canceled, the entire entertainment plaza is gonna get shot. It's over. It is going to be destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. I don't know how to make that work. I don't even know where to begin with that, you know? Epstein was an investment banker. Yeah. So there are a lot of people who had innocent virtues in dealing with this man. Even though he was an absolute demon on demon time. Sorry, I thought I saw a car pulled over. He's really on demon time, like real shit. So, but the man also had connections. His sins don't take away from the fact that he did his shit. He was probably responsible for moving more money in the entertainment and political realm, not just directly, but indirectly, than probably any other living person. So yeah, Epstein files got dropped. Cool, we got that. Let's support that. Let's support the fact that the Epstein files came down. What are we gonna do about it? My opinion, uh, if the three people should be arrested right now. Number one, people that were specifically listed to have committed sex crimes regarding Jeffrey Epstein. Two, people who were in the rooms, watched the crimes happen, and did not report said crimes. Because by little definition, they're culpable of them as well. Three, anybody who has attended both Epstein parties and Diddy parties. If you attended both, you're smoked. Sorry. So, and so that's where I'm coming from. I'm fine with accountability. I'm fine with people being held responsible for the shit that they did. I am not okay with sending innocent people to prison just because they knew somebody who did whatever. Just because I know somebody on the block doesn't mean that I'm on the block. Just because I know a pimp doesn't mean that I'm one. Just because I'm married to somebody who is a pimp doesn't make her or doesn't make me one either. Like a guilty by association should never be law enforcement standard. And I heard that today and it made my skin crawl. Birds of a feather. Nah. No. That is a bullshit reasoning. We gotta keep it a buck, y'all. If we're going after people just because they're not on our side, we're not doing the right thing. We're just not. If we're gonna get somebody, we need to get everybody. If we're not gonna get everybody, don't get nobody. That's how I feel about it. But understand, if you get everybody, and I do mean everyone, you specifically will cause the crash of the entire entertainment and political world. How do you feel about ICE? What do you mean, how do I feel about ICE? I feel exactly how I feel about ICE. ICE is doing their fucking job. Get out the way. Yeah, everybody. Yes, absolutely. Anybody who is committing, who's trying to warn immigrants that ICE is on the way, you're a fucking domestic terrorist. Yes. Yes, you are. Of, of, of course. Stupid ass shit. Absolutely. If you are warning people that immigrations, customs, and exports are in your town looking for illegal immigrants, you are literally committing fucking obstruction of justice. Obstruction of justice. The fuck do you mean? Yes, you are interfering with the yes, you're interfering with police duties. So we could commit crimes or not? Let me know. I'm fine with either one. I'm somebody who has a personal grudge with ICE, but I was also committing crimes. So you can't tell me, oh, well, we can't, and we feel some kind of way that ICE is doing their job. They're not criminals. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop that bullshit too. So we're gonna stop a number of bullshit. All right. Number one, ICE is in fact doing their job. They are. Sorry. I know. Wow. ICE is in fact doing their job. Literal definition. Absolutely. What crimes did they commit? Here are the crimes they committed. This was simulcasting. Okay, hold on. Pause. 18 USC. No, 8 USC 2231. Yes. Illegal entry. It's literally illegal entry. There are three elements to it. What are we talking about? They violated them all by coming into America without going through proper channels. That's crazy. It's a really dumbass argument. Some of y'all don't like ICE because you don't like Trump without realizing Trump isn't ICE. Yeah, that's how stupid that sounds. Yeah, Trump's not ICE. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. That was a weird face. I made a weird face. That's funny. You all right? Yeah, nah, I'm good. No, man, that's me. But yeah, that's the wild part about it. Sorry, I'm simulcasting, so somebody's sending me a text at the same time. Yeah, no, real shit though. If that's what you did, then you need to get smoked. There's no real conversation to that. I'm sorry. I don't really care. Not, not. So here's the thing: if you committed the crimes, get your boots smoked. End of story. No, that's why the Epstein story is stupid to me. Like, if they knew these people committed the crimes, we shouldn't be having that conversation right now. But y'all are talking about it because y'all are trying to, yeah. No, it's because people are trying to justify what went down. Sorry, but Jay Z's always been a creep though. Yeah, Aaliyah, 16, 17. Rihanna, 16, 17. Beyonce, maybe 17. Like, what are we faking? That's what I'm getting at, right? So I understand that we're having these conversations, right? No, we're having these conversations because they're necessary. Because people feel some kind of way about whatever. But here's the deal: I absolutely do believe and agree that Epstein is a creep. I believe people who are on that list are probably creeps too. Beyonce didn't lose 30 million followers for nothing. Right. No, no, no. Okay, so let me touch a few things. The Epstein files are crazy. That's 3 million pages. Again, I'm not saying that just because people went there or people knew his name or people did business with him, they did the creepy stuff. Right, right, at all. But people who did do creepy stuff, they need to get their boots smoked. Yeah, but there's like I said, that's because people want to ignore the. Hold up. People want to ignore what was actually going on. Hey, that card's cool. Is that the Dark Magician girl? Nah, that was cool. Look, I'm still a nerd at the end of the day, so I don't care how y'all feel. What's up, bro? I didn't try to scan the 5. Nah. I thought you scanned the 5. I was like, I don't think that's how that works, bro. All right. Have a good day. All right. Keep changing whatever. But yeah. Sorry, did your card have the Dark Magician girl on it? Sueño? Ah. All right. All right, I'm back. So yeah, that's crazy work. So y'all are gonna get me on a stream and say that I believe that Jay-Z is a PDF. I'm not gonna say that directly until he's convicted. Here's what they don't tell you. I'm married. Like, but again, uh, if it quacks like a duck, because that's wild work. And a lot of people forget there's some videos that Epstein like legit like Joe, do I need a ride? Do I need a ride? Okay. Yeah. If there's a mom and kids walking around, I'm not gonna let them do that shit by themselves. That's weird. Especially if they live in my neighborhood. No. So like I said, Epstein existing does not just because you were in the same room as Epstein alone does not mean that you were committing crimes. I must kind of say the same thing about Trump. Yeah, he was on Epstein's plane 8 times, right? That doesn't mean he was on there engaging in child sex trafficking. Like, and am I saying Trump's innocent completely? No, I'm not going to say that because, again, I don't know the facts to prove that either. Do you have the facts to believe in God? What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea in China? It's a goofy ass conversation. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yes, God does exist because God is simple. I don't need you to understand it. God is. Okay, that's 40 minutes. I can call this a day because my monologue's over. I'm getting messages on platforms that nobody's really liking. We got 2 likes. No, I don't really care about the likes, honestly. But we got 2 of them. I don't care if we're sharing or what. I think people need to start getting investigated.